You are Locked On Clippers POSTCAST. Part of Locked On Sports Los Angeles on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, hello and welcome to the Locked On Clippers POSTCAST on the Locked On Sports LA YouTube channel. One of the places to hang out when every game is done. And wow, that was the most exciting 10 minutes in LA sports in a long time. We're here on the Locked On Clippers POSTCAST, again, on the Locked On Sports LA YouTube channel. We're doing postcasts here for Clippers right now. In a very few minutes, I'm going to flip over to Locked On Dodgers and do Locked On Dodgers postcast. Because Kirby Yates just gave up a walk-off to the Rangers. But we're going to talk about that later. First, we're going to talk about the Clippers and a thrilling overtime loss to the Denver Nuggets in game one of this playoff series, 5-4, as the Clippers come in as the 5 seed, Denver is the 4 seed. This one in that Ball Arena. And the Clippers gave it everything they had. It was thrilling, gritty, haymakers right till the very end. And I think this series is just going to be nip and tuck the entire way. I am Pete Fox, covering sports in LA dating back to 2007 for ESPN LA and NBC Sports Radio. Today's episode of the Locked On Clippers postcast is brought to you by Monarch Money. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use the code LOCKEDONNBA at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. Just final now in overtime. The Nuggets hold on for a 112-110 win that really could have gone either way. And at the end of the day,
this is what you'll be talking about.
Freaking Russell Westbrook. Really? Are you kidding me? Russell Westbrook hits the three that is really the deciding basket for the Denver Nuggets in this game. I know they threw out a stat right after that he shoots 40% on uncontested threes. Russell Westbrook would make that shot 1 out of 10 times if he was wearing the Clippers uniform. Unbelievable. Are you kidding me that he made that shot? I still can't believe it. I am sitting here going, that's not going in. There wasn't a Clipper within 20 feet of him, and he bangs down a three late in the game. That was
time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Yeah, there was a bunch. Obviously, this game was 2-3 points. The biggest lead for the Nuggets all night was 3 points. It was back and forth. There was tight plays all up and down the final minute or two. That steal that Dunn had on Gordon that they didn't call, and they called a foul, I think, on Dunn and gave the ball back to the Nuggets. It was all ball. There was no chance that Dunn touched anything but the ball, but they gave the ball to the Nuggets there. Then Jokic misses 2 free throws in overtime, in regulation, which gave the Clippers life. And then Russell Westbrook hits that three to make it a 4-point game. And then coming right down, Harden hits a floater at the 18-second mark. And then LA plays super tight defense where they didn't give Jokic a shot and they didn't give Jamal Murray a shot. And that sent it to overtime. So if Westbrook doesn't hit that three, I think the Clippers win this game. So there was a lot of different turning points in this one. Obviously, the actual turning point was in overtime where Norm had a near steal, Norm Powell, and then Christian Brown hit that three to make it a 4-point game. The Clippers couldn't recover from that, unfortunately. But, I mean, what a game. What a game. Clippers really, honestly, played fantastic throughout. There was, of course, a couple of different times that right at the end of the quarter, like we've seen them do all season, they gave up runs, right? And gave the Nuggets opportunities to get back in the game. A Nugget 8-0 run at the end of the second, a 13-2 run right before the break to make it a 4-point game. Clippers led by 15 right there. Now, again, I feel like playoff basketball, especially with this Clipper team as hot as they are right now, and the Nuggets are obviously a very good team, and they got guys that can fill it up. Just didn't think Russell Westbrook was one of them. Jamal Murray, obviously. Nikola Jokic, an MVP, a heck of a great player. And, those guys are going to continue to be that way. And the Clippers have them too, right? Zubac, James Harden, and of course, Kawhi Leonard. Those guys are going to do their thing through this series. So it's going to be tight. I feel like you're just going to have to counterpunch for the entire game right down to the final few minutes of the game. I don't see this game having, or this series having, any blowouts in spite of the Clippers giving up these runs, because the defense that Jokic can play and the defense that Zoo is playing on Jokic, they're both fantastic. I mean, they're just mixing it up all game long. But I think, honestly, the bigger factor from a defensive perspective is the way that Zubac is able to slow down Jokic's game. It's really taken Zubac to another level, if you asked me. A lot of people don't think that Zubac has that physical ability to bang on the inside. He's absolutely capable of doing that, and showed it today against Jokic. I mean, he's fantastic. The Clippers defense also fantastic. Chris Dunn, he only had one steal, but making life very difficult on the Nuggets, and just getting in the way of plays, interrupting plays. We've seen it from him all year. It's not new. So it is a big part of what the Clippers are doing right now, is Chris Dunn's energy on defense. And then he's able to score now as well, way more than he was, early in the season. He started to get it going at the end of the regular season. He had 10 points tonight, although a crucial miss late in the game. As I said, I think that was a big part of why the Clippers lost this game. He had that missed three on a wide open look, right? And then they turned right around and Brown hit that three to make it a 4-point game. So that was costly. It was right after Jokic missed the 2 free throws. The Clippers came down, found Dunn in the corner wide open, and a make there would have been huge for them, but it just wasn't to be. Another interesting point we're going to get into that came from Bob Meyer on the color commentary. I've been saying it all season long, and I appreciate Bob Meyer, who is a smart basketball man, for agreeing with me. I didn't know Bob Meyer was doing play-by-play or color commentary. It's fantastic. Not surprising. I believe what was he, the Warriors GM or director of operations or something like impactful in all those Warriors championships. So he's a very smart basketball guy, but I appreciate that we have the same philosophy on the Clippers offense, and we'll get into that here right after the break. It's the Locked On Clippers postcast on the Locked On Sports LA YouTube channel, the place to hang out when every game is done. Clippers lose game 1 in Denver to the Nuggets, a tight one in overtime, 112-110. Today's episode, I keep saying tonight, it's still today. Today's episode of the Locked On Clippers postcast is brought to you by Monarch Money. Ever check your bank account and wonder, where did all my money go? I'm in Vegas right now for my daughter's volleyball tournament. That's a feeling that you have frequently when you're in Vegas. Where did all my money go? Between dining out, online shopping, entertainment, all of those things are big time in Las Vegas. Obviously, if you're, just here to have fun, and all that stuff is a factor, even if you're not gambling. Well, Monarch Money can come in helpful in situations like that. They can be your personal CFO, giving you full visibility and control over your finances. Monarch Money isn't just a budgeting app. It's a complete financial command center where you can track all of your accounts, investments, spending, all in one place. So you stop just managing your money and start building wealth. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use the code LOCKEDONNBA at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. That's monarchmoney.com, code LOCKEDONNBA for 50% off your first year. Today's episode also brought to you by Upwork. Scaling your business requires the right expertise at the right time. With Upwork, you can find specialized freelancers in marketing, development, design, and more. Experts ready to help you take your business to the next level. Upwork gives your business flexibility by connecting you with top freelance talent across multiple industries, including IT, AI, web development, and marketing. Whether you need extra hands for a project or long-term partnership, Upwork makes hiring simple and affordable. My wife is a big fan of companies like Upwork, using them to do marketing for our pottery business. So she has been very, very appreciative of these type of freelance opportunities. So if you are into that and you need help with marketing your small business, check out upwork.com right now and post your job for free. The upwork.com at upwork.com. That's upwork.com to connect with talent and grow your business today. So one of the points that Bob Meyer, doing color on the broadcast today on ESPN with Ryan Ruocco, brought up was late in the game when the Clippers needed baskets. Kawhi was obviously providing them, as was James Harden. But why were they not finding Zubac in the paint? Zubac played a fantastic game, and they just weren't getting him the ball. He's proven that he's capable of making those little baby hook shots with both hands from the left side and the right side. And you need a basket in a tight game like this. The pick and roll with Harden and Zoo has been successful all year, and especially lately. I don't understand it. I haven't understood it for a while, and I'm glad that Bob Meyer agrees with me on this point. Like, why are you not finding Zubac? I don't know. It's a mystery. I don't know that it changes the outcome of this game, but it could have. You know, you never know, right? Some of those missed threes, like a three missed from Dunn in the corner, if you run the pick and roll with Zubac, you get yourself an easy basket there. 10 of 15 today, 1 of 4 from the free throw line. That's unfortunate, but 21 points and 13 boards. So another double-double from Ivica Zubac. Kawhi Leonard, 41 minutes, 9 of 15, just 1 3. It was a big one. 22 points, but James Harden leading the way for the Clippers today with 32.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
From the Clippers' perspective, anyway, you have to give it to James Harden. He played fantastic. 11 of 22, perfect from the line, 4 of 9 from beyond the arc. He also had 11 assists. So just absolutely doing his job, taking care of business and filling it up. So that's good to see. Let's hope that continues for James Harden through this series, because the Clippers absolutely need it. Nico Batum, how many of those incredible, almost impossible Hail Mary shots did that guy make today? I mean, were they all that way? I don't think the first one was. It was a pretty decent look, but 2 of his 3 threes were catch and shoot, hand in his face, ball above his head, 3 to 4 feet behind the line, and just absolutely buried it in a clutch situation, finishing with 9 points. Derrick Jones Jr. off the bench, 1 of 4 with 4, but played aggressive minutes. And surprisingly, Bogdanovich was not a factor. 12 minutes, 0 points. Norm Powell had just 9, and Chris Dunn again with 10. But this is going to be a heck of a series. I think it is imperative for the Clippers to get one in Denver. You know, they can hold serve back at Intuit. They've been very good there all year long. This could come down to home court advantage and be game 7 in Denver. So if the Clippers can steal one on Monday, that would be huge for them. I feel like they just need to keep doing what they're doing, moving the ball, finding Zubac in the paint a little bit more, and playing tight D on Nikola Jokic. And it's going to continue to be this way. But because I don't think Russell Westbrook is capable of keeping that up, right? Russell Westbrook played, a different kind of game tonight, and he's done that since he showed up in Denver. I think this is why Clipper fans are frustrated with him, or just the entire situation, because he didn't do anything like that in LA. I mean, the 15-point performances were near and far between. It just didn't happen. And here he is, shows up in Denver, starts playing a completely different game. He's always played with energy. I mean, we always, after a Clipper game, when Russell Westbrook would have 4 points, going 2 of 14, we'd find a way to say, well, he played solid defense. He brought the energy. The second he came in the game at the 8-minute mark, the team looked different. But tonight he did that and scored. And that ultimately, I think, was a big part of the reason the Denver Nuggets won this game, that Russell Westbrook just played out of his mind and hit a big three. Of course, Jamal Murray was fantastic, 7 of 20, 3 threes with 21 points. Aaron Gordon was also a huge factor. Physical play, 8 of 14, just 1 3 for 25 points. And of course, Jokic did his thing, leading the way for Denver with 29 points, going 12 of 24 and 1 3. He had 12 assists as well, a couple of them to Russell Westbrook, who was basically wide open. I think the Clippers need to adjust their defense on Westbrook. They have a different knowledge of him, and I feel like they just leave him wide open. They're like, it's fine. It's Russell Westbrook. We don't really need to worry about him. I think you do. So I think that's the takeaway from this game. We're going to need to worry about Russell Westbrook a little bit more from a defensive perspective. From an offensive perspective, just keep doing what you're doing, and I think we're going to be fine. But it's going to be a fantastic series. Again, Clippers drop game 1 in Denver at Ball Arena to the Nuggets, 112-110. Back at it on Sunday, and we'll be here right afterward, or Monday rather. We'll be here right afterwards to break it down for you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for the comments. I'm going to jump on Locked On Dodgers here in just a few minutes to break that one down next. So BC and Craig and all you guys, head over there. Nando, big fan of Kirby Yates right now. We'll break that one down here in just a few minutes. Thanks for watching. Take care. Have a good night.